this working? Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's not live yet. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Why isn't it working? I'm here. Okay. Does that mean it's working? I don't know. Is it like a huge delay? Jesus. Yeah.
You're live.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So I think there is a delay in what YouTube sees. So if I seem really confused, I'm really sorry, everyone. I haven't streamed in like 2 years, I think, or something like that. So trying to set this up is an absolute nightmare. Okay. Also, I'm sorry if the camera sort of jiggles. Unfortunately, I have nowhere else to clamp it than my desk, and so every time I touch my desk, it goes, it's annoying. Can you guys hear me? Let's try this first. I feel like this is important information for me to gather. Hello everyone, I hope you can hear me because I have no idea if I've set this up properly. You guys are nice in the comments, thank you. Oh, Alex and Scribbles, oh my god, it's so nice to see you guys. Hello. This is super stressful. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so the sound is okay, so that's good. Because I have 3 cameras, and at any one time of me trying to set up this stream over the past week or so, every time I tested something, one of the cameras would not be working. So the fact that they are all three working at the same time is quite the achievement. So I was expecting the mic to be the thing going next. Oui, j'espère que tu vas bien, Alex. Merci. Merci d'être venu. Oh, there's so many of you. I was expecting like 4 or 5 people, but there's actually lots of you. Hello. This is cool. Thank you. You may have noticed I've also put a POV of my bird feeder because that's pretty much everything that goes on in my life is my bird feeder these days. So I thought I'd loop you into that too. Right. I don't know how much of a delay there is between me talking and you guys writing. Alex. Yeah, I think 3 carats was a little bit of an overachievement for me to try and reach for on my first stream, but it worked, so. Buzzard, oh, you're all here, thank you. Isn't it really like late or early, depending on how you think of things where you are? I'm sorry. I'm okay. I'm alright. It's the end of the week, so I'm a bit tired, and this is really nice, but I'm also terrified of touching stuff and something going wrong. And Win, is that how I pronounce your username? Win Oi? Could I say hi? Yes, hi. Thank you for being here. Thanks, bestie boy. I am doing well, thank you. Oh, Virginia. Oh, hello! Thank you for joining. I don't think I've ever spoken to you live. What are you getting dressed for, Sophia? Oh, Raven? Is that Raven? I would assume that's how you pronounce it. That's a good idea, actually, yeah. Painting over a digital sketch like that. I suspect that works quite well for oils too, because you can definitely lay them more easily on stuff. No, there's no such thing as cheating in art. There's this weird, I think, oh god, don't get me started on the topic, but I think there's this weird idea that, oh, look at this guy on the bird feeder. Yeah, I love how they hold onto the walls. It's so cute. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Art, in my personal opinion, is about creating something that comes from you. So long as you're not stealing something from someone else, I don't personally believe that anything about there's cheating. Cheating doesn't exist when the sole goal of art is to make something that you have a desire to create and that brings you fulfillment in creating it. It doesn't matter how you go about it, so long as it obviously doesn't hurt anyone, and as long as you're not stealing it from anyone. It's about the process that you want to be in. It's about the final product that you're creating. It doesn't, I don't know, it's not a sport. There's no rules, there's no cheating. I don't know. I think art is simply the creative process. It doesn't matter whether you do it however works best for you to be at peace with what you're creating and for you to be fulfilled by what you're creating. And that's it, really. How have I been? I've been alright. We thought my boyfriend and I had COVID this week, but apparently maybe not. Like, none of our tests are coming back positive, and I don't have symptoms and stuff, so I think we're okay. So, you know, that's the best case scenario. And it's sunny and you guys are here, so it's really nice. Oh, are you going to work then, Sophia? Is that what's happening? Oh, for school, sorry. Good luck, I hope that goes well. Oh wow, you're from everywhere. Oh, Win, 10 p.m. Oh gosh, thank you for joining me this late. I'll try and do like different time slots of streams at some point just to figure out what works best for what audience. Oh god, can't even speak anymore. Did you already draw the things on your sketchbook a few minutes ago? No. So I prepared these for the stream. I'll get to them in a second. Hopefully you can see them properly on the screen. I'm filming with my iPhone, so I'm hoping it translates all right. So these are the thumbnails for the 3 pieces of work that I'm considering using for the box for my... So I have these brushes. These are samples, but they'll make up like a custom brush set that I'm doing with a company, and I have to design the artwork to go on the box for the custom brush set. So these are sort of my first ideas for the box design. Oh, scribbles, that's awesome. I'd love to set up like pen together streams. I think that's super cool. I don't know how I'm gonna fare with this. This is a test stream, so it might be that I find it difficult to make art, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. So hopefully we can definitely do art together. Hey Nat, thanks for coming. You're nice. Nat is a good friend of mine, and he's super, super supportive. And oh, it's so nice that you're here. What's my inspiration today? Well, I'm not actually gathering inspiration today because I have my ideas already, and the inspiration for the 3 ideas that you see here, as you can probably tell, is like my general body of work. I want the artwork on the box of brushes to be fairly representative of the type of stuff I usually do, and you know, stuff growing out of people and people with empty faces is pretty much my brand at this point. So so that's pretty much what I'm based myself on. None of these pieces are unique in my body of work. I've explored all these images before in some way or other, but I'm trying to find a composition with those basic concepts that works on a box. Raven. It's difficult though, because definitely the internet has a lot of people saying that you can be cheating in art. I don't personally believe that's to be possible, as I said, but definitely the internet can be really intimidating in that respect. Oh, Fiona, I'm sorry. Well, I hope classes go well then. Thanks for stopping by before that. Oh my gosh, senior in high school. Senior means what? Does that mean that it's your last year? Because I went to school in France, and I'm already confused with the system in England. I've lived in England for 10 years and I still don't understand the school system here, so I don't understand anything about the school system in the States. I'm assuming that's where you're from. Yes, Celine, Jelena? Yeah, I'll definitely keep it on YouTube. I want to see how it does and stuff. 7 a.m. for you, Wanderer Journey Arts? Oh, you guys are getting up early for me. I'm not usually up at 7 a.m, I'm telling you now. Oh, Scribbles, where are you? Because that's pretty much like just 1 hour later. Are you like in France or in Germany? Just imagine, yes, I will leave it up on YouTube. I'm sorry you have to go, but thank you so much for stopping by for a few minutes. I'm sorry I haven't actually done any art yet. I have to get into the groove of... I feel also one of the reasons I find streams stressful is because I feel bad if I miss messages that you guys write. Like I don't ignore you, I just can't keep up with everyone, and I've always felt quite bad if I couldn't read everyone. Moody, yeah, I love my brushes so much. Like I've genuinely only used them for all the art I've made the past couple of weeks. Hello, little bird. They're really good, and the company's super nice too. Like I get an unbelievable amount of companies get in touch with me by email to try and do something or get me to promote their products or whatever, and 90% of those are ridiculous. And a lot of them also feel bot-like, like the way people talk is not very human. But every so often the companies that I do agree to work with tend to be really nice. And Craftamo, which is the company I'm working on with these brushes, the guy I'm in touch with is super lovely. Oh, Nat, you're nice. Third and first image superimposed. What do you mean by that? How do you picture that? I'm intrigued. Oh yeah, I'll pay if it's definitely amazing. I will paint her. Oh, I see, Sophia. Well, congrats. I remember how excited I was to not be in school anymore. I think that was one of the most relaxing years of my life, was the year after I finished school. Even though I was an au pair and I'd moved to the UK, and that was all a bit stressful. But my God, the feeling of freedom I had, knowing that I had no more exams, nothing more, no more homework. I still dream about it sometimes. Oh, Scribbles, Germany, yes, of course. Sorry, I don't remember where everyone's from. Oh, wow. Culinary, is that how you pronounce that? That's amazing. So, is that cooking school or is it slightly different? It's your birthday, Fiona? Seriously? Oh, happy birthday. I'm so honoured you stopped by during your birthday. Hi, Ja. South Africa. Oh my God, you guys are from everywhere. Sorry, I'm overwhelmed by how many of you are here and I'm so touched. Oh, 4 p.m. is quite a good time actually, yeah. Cool. That's good to know. Alex, right? I can't, my partner's English. Half my family's English. But I don't understand the system, especially because in France, I don't know if anyone knows that, but we count the years in reverse. So like you'll start with what we call sixième, which is 6th, and then you go into 5th, and then you go into 4th. I don't understand why we do it that way, but as a result, that's how my brain works, which is silly. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, bestie boy. Thanks. I'm quite stressed. I don't know if you can tell from the way I'm rambling, but I'm stressed. Not in a bad way, just in a like I'm trying to remember everything, and it's super nice to see you there. It's really nice. Oh, I see. So you mean superimposed by like branches coming out of the inside of that face? So, let's see. Like a mix between this sort of thing and like, but thread instead of a ribbon maybe? Is that sort of the type of thing you're thinking? Oh, everyone's telling you happy birthday. It's really nice. Oh, pimp. Pimp? Is that how I should call you? Yeah, I'm sorry. YouTube is so much work, and I don't know, I find it hard to keep up with everything I have to do at the moment, because I have Patreon. I'm trying to Instagram sort of, I have a platform on there, thankfully. I have lots of lovely people on there, so I'm trying not to leave Instagram. I'm still be active on there, but I also try to be on TikTok because that's definitely more dynamic as far as audience building and stuff. So I think it is an important platform to be on, but that means I've got Instagram and TikTok to keep up with regularly. I have Patreon to keep up with regularly. YouTube takes me like one video nowadays, not including making the art for it, will take me about a week. So I haven't found a rhythm that works. I'm trying, and I do have, you guys will have seen that one on Instagram. I did film this painting in its totality on my camera, so I'm hoping to make a YouTube video of it very soon. That was the plan for my next video, but it is increasingly difficult to fit in YouTube in all of this because it takes so much time and effort, and also YouTube is just, I don't know, I don't get much I do get, it's difficult because I get less engagement than I did when I first started YouTube. When I have 30,000 subscribers, I got more engagement on my videos than I do now at 140,000. But I still get lots of people watching the videos, and everyone's really, really nice. So it's always a pleasure to upload to that audience. But there's a part of you when you're a creator on social media that does always find it a bit difficult when we just stop growing and the platforms stop really enjoying promoting our stuff. So I have mixed feelings about YouTube now. I love everyone on it, like genuinely. The comments are just, oh, you guys are so nice. But when you spend like an entire week on a video and then you barely ever reach 10,000 views, you know, it's just always like a bit demoralizing. But I have to separate myself from that because I do genuinely enjoy making videos, and I don't know, you guys are just really nice. So I just need to find a rhythm with it. I need to find a time and a way to do videos that works with my work structure and stuff. And my work takes a lot longer to do now. My paintings take a lot longer than they used to because they're more complex. So making a video means that I have to make a painting, which usually takes me like a good week to make a painting, and then a week to actually make the video. So that's 2 weeks out of the month if I was to do a video every month, which is just difficult to fit in really. But I'm getting there. I think I'll find a way to make it work at some point. Sorry if I haven't uploaded for a while. Scribbles, yes, you can probably hear the birds outside the window. They're very loud. I love it. I know a lot of people who don't because they're really loud in the morning. I love it. Yeah, having a lot of platforms to maintain is difficult, especially because my job isn't social media creator. My job is artist. Like, I do social media to support me being able to do art. So if social media comes in the way of me being able to create art, it's sort of this weird balance that you have to strike that is quite difficult, honestly, and quite like, I enjoy it in the grand scheme of things, or I wouldn't still be here, but it does burn you out fairly quickly if you're not careful. And 2021 was a year where I just felt really tired all the time from all of it. Social media is just not very natural either. Like, you have to have so much energy to keep up with the amount of work it requires of you, and it's just exhausting when you're trying to do everything else in your life too. So it's a weird thing. You're nice, Whitney, thank you. Oh, Sue, thank you. I do genuinely remember it. Like, it's something that I find very weird with having a platform, is that I get comments from people who seem to think that I'm this really professional, really like established artist or whatever. I'm not. I'm literally just someone in a 2-bedroom flat desperately trying to make a living, and I do make a living, barely. This year's a bit touch and go, but that's because, you know, life has been difficult for everyone, and so I'm literally just a person who is shy and a bit awkward and just likes making slightly strange art, and that's it. I'm pretty much the same as everyone else, so it's very, I don't know, it's overwhelming how nice everyone is, in a good way, because I don't know, it's so kind. It makes me believe in a good world more than current events would have us think, you know? Like, I don't think you guys realise just how impactful even just a tiny kind comment does. You don't even have to like support me financially in any way at all if you can't, or if you don't want to even. Just nice comments, or even just showing up to a stream without saying anything. I can see how many people are watching, and I'm like, imagine how you would feel about it, and that's exactly how I would feel about it, in the sense that we're all human, and just having so many kind people show up to show you that you are valued is unbelievable, honestly. And I really, really appreciate you all. I really do. I think I missed your suggestion, Jelena. Yeah. So I do try to repurpose videos as much as possible. The problem with streaming is that it's not this. Well, I don't really like posting in formats that don't fit. So on TikTok, I know people put like horizontal videos on there, but I just always find it looks a bit odd. But maybe I should just get over that and actually do it, because it might help me. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Raven. That's super cool. There's something really comforting about people telling you that your art got them back into drawing, because I genuinely believe that creativity is awesome for everyone. And so if I get to inspire anyone to do something for them, then that's just generally awesome. Oh, design, thank you. I don't think so. I think they're tiny and slightly, and I don't dislike my hands. I generally don't dislike my body in any way. But thank you. I appreciate that. That's really sweet. Katie, yeah, it's nice, isn't it, though, to have birds. I don't know how well they're able to be heard through the camera, but I'm glad that they can a little bit. Painting the Sky Kingdom. Oh, I like this username. Hello. Yeah, it's been a while, I'm sorry. Doing simple studio time videos, you mean, Alex? Yeah, well, the problem is, so one of the big issues I have with YouTube videos is that they take up a lot of space, and as filed, and I don't have that many SD cards, nor do I have that much space on my computer, so it's expensive. The more footage I have, I would have to buy more stuff with money I don't currently have, sadly. So the problem with doing studio videos and studio vlogs is that I have to film a lot of different things in order to hopefully have a bunch of stuff to pick from and then create a video, and I don't have that enough space to actually film everything I do. And it's also it interrupts the process a lot to have to move the camera around and do a lot of stuff like that. Remember to film, remember to have a mic on if I want to have ambient sound. So it's all quite disruptive, which is something I've gotten used to over the years, so I still do it probably more than someone who doesn't have a YouTube channel, and I'm used to it more than someone who wouldn't be used to making videos, but it's still difficult sometimes to fit it into the schedule, is more what I mean. The time I have to devote to art is limited because I have a full-time job. Yeah, I can get that. Yeah, prefer to spend the time you have painting. 100%. I completely get that, definitely. Stream backing orders. I could do. The problem is, like, I'd have to find a way to not show addresses and things. But yeah, sometimes when I do Patreon orders or stuff, I could possibly do that, because those are a little bit more smooth flowing. Oh, Nat. I'm a terrible friend to you, and you've always just been nice. And I mean, I've told you when you can come visit, yeah, and just being nice. Gosh. I do like seeing people do their thing, yeah. Yeah, I want to try and do more like studio time videos, but it's difficult to. Also, I don't know, mentally I find it difficult to get into it. I think I'm just sort of overworked a bit. Oh no, you got bullied for drawing? Why? I'm so sorry. That's awful. Like a vlog. Yeah. I definitely want to do more vlogs, but again, I need to film so much footage for vlogs, and it takes a long time to sort through like hours of footage. So I need to find a way to streamline that a little bit. Oh yeah, Strufless is good. I like his stuff. Give you hope. Hey Nadia, there's no such thing as late. You're just here. It's really nice. Thank you. I'm gonna be here probably until 4. I'll try and draw a bit, by the way. Sorry, I hope. I missed whatever you responded, Jelena, by the way. Is the sort of branches like that what you were imagining coming out of the face? I'm sorry if I missed your response to that. Raw video files? What do you mean by that? Don't need to edit them. Oh, well, I think I might not understand what you guys are picturing when you're talking about studio videos. I can't film myself throughout the entire day because I won't have enough space on SD cards. My batteries on my mic will not last long enough for me to film myself during the whole day. And I still have to think about angles and lighting and that kind of thing if I'm filming myself during the day. So there is still a lot of thought that has to go into the kind of camera angles to show what I'm doing, as well as show me if I'm filming what I'm doing throughout the day, or taking the camera around with me around the house if I'm going to do other things around it. There's quite a lot of work that goes into even just the simplest looking videos. It's possible, and I can do it occasionally, but the easiest thing for me to do on YouTube is a time lapse, but that doesn't do very well on YouTube anymore, so it's not really what I want to do either, because it's also not very creatively interesting to just do a time lapse. So vlogs are fun, but they do require more forethought than they actually look like they might, if that makes sense. Matt. Oh, I'm so glad, Julia. Thank you. That's really encouraging for me too. Oh, how big is your studio, Alex? Yeah, my studio is actually bigger than I was hoping to get when we moved into a flat. It's 450 by 250, but it doesn't get a lot of light, sadly. So I only have one. Like, you might feel like it gets a lot of light, but I have like a full-on umbrella light over there. So sadly for filming, it makes it a little bit constricted. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, branches from the face. Very me. Especially with a empty face and branches. That's a good idea. I think the reason why I want to keep the thread here, I think the branches might obstruct the thread a little bit. And the reason I don't want to do that necessarily, add too much detail, for one, it's because the box is going to be around this size, about this size here. So the artwork will need to be there, and then there's my name and the type of brushes that will be written on this side. My brushes are going to be, don't know if it's very visible on here, but they are red and black, so I want the artwork on the box to ideally reflect that. Ideally the whole box would be black, and then they'd have a red accent of some kind. The character will be painted fairly normally, and then they'll have the red thread that sort of links to this colour scheme of the brushes, and can also interact with the brand collaboration name, like circle it or interact with the letters in some way or other, just to make it look more dynamic. So I'm limited in sort of the amount of detail I can add to the character, I think, especially because surrealist stuff can be difficult to understand at a quick glance. Oh. So it's yeah, it's tricky. I think it would look cool as a painting, your idea, Jelena. I would definitely, like, if it was a bigger piece, I would probably add the branches in it, but I feel like for the size of the box it might look a little too intricate. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm sorry, Sophia. Yeah, bullying's awful. I wasn't full on bullied, but I was bullied a little, and I think I wasn't full on bullied because I was a really oblivious kid and I didn't understand, like, nothing really, I didn't really care, so they didn't really have much hold on me, but it was, yeah, I'm sorry, you don't know, bullying is so strange. Kids can be really mean to each other. I'm sorry, but if you can reconnect with the art you love, then I don't know, bullying has nothing to do with the worth of the individual being bullied. I wish we were able to know that as children. Oh, thank you, Janine. That's wonderful. I'm so glad. I hope your art is going well. Oh, Oh, Ophelia, thank you. I'm glad you've managed to catch one too. This is my first one in a long time, so it's a bit of a test. I'm chatting a lot. I will try and start drawing. I do enjoy chatting with you guys for now a little bit though, it's really nice. Yeah, well, Whitney, if it's any reassurance, that's exactly how I started out. So I've been doing videos for quite a few years now. I started my channel in 2016, and the first few videos I did was literally just me filming my artwork from above for a while. And then as time goes by, you sort of decide to want to change things around a bit, and I started using different angles. But it's so slow, gradual process. You learn it as you go, really, and just remember that you learn it as you do it. So don't shy away from doing something, even if you think that it's not polished yet. Just do it honestly, and you gradually decide what you like and what you want to focus more on and stuff. So don't worry about it. Oh, Jelena, I love your idea. It's very me too. I definitely think it's a beautiful idea, and I mean, you've seen the sketch. I would quite like to do a painting based off that sort of concept soon. I just have to remember to reel myself in for this particular box idea, just because it's going to be quite a small format. So I need to make sure I don't go over detailed like my instinct would be usually. But yes, your idea is really good, and it's very me. Oh wow, 4x4. That's so cool. Ugh. Oh my god, how do you guys have such big studios? Where do you live? You don't have to answer that if you're not comfortable, but that's awesome. I dream of a big studio one day. I don't think it'll ever happen though. Janine, yeah, wow, that must be really hard. I feel like a lot of creative people were bullied when they were younger. I don't know if it's sort of that we're naturally a little bit neurodivergent, or if I don't know, but I feel like a lot of sensitive creative people tend to be bullied. You've been following me since 2016, Scribbles? For real? Wow. Oh, Sophia, I want to give you a hug. I'm sorry. Well, you sound lovely, so I'm sure it has nothing to do with you and just everything to do with the fact that people can be so gratuitously mean. Hi Stephanie. Good afternoon from London. Thank you for joining. And thanks. I'll probably hopefully start drawing in a minute. Oh wow, you too, Jelena? Jesus. Hida, is that how to pronounce it? Yeah, so that bird feeder is one of the best presents I've ever received. I received it from my cousin, and it's absolutely wonderful. Unfortunately, the magpies and the jays have figured out that I'm not in my office in the early hours of the morning, and that's when they can land on the windowsill and empty the feeder while I'm not there. So I've been trying to take it inside the flat during the night so that in the morning they don't just gobble everything down. But unfortunately I forgot that yesterday, so I don't have all the favourite foods that the bird usually have this morning, so they're not as active today, sadly. But hopefully next stream I'll have more tasty foods for them to land and be happy with. But I need to make sure I take the bird feeder in the evening so that the magpies don't eat every crumb during the morning. Hi Miss Mishpot, is that right? Thank you. Hopefully we'll have another proper video, like a proper art video soon. Not just the stream. You bought a 3-bedroom house? Yeah, that's what my boyfriend and I are trying to get. Everything's so expensive. Yeah, the south it's unbearable how expensive things are around here. Like, my boyfriend earns a good wage and stuff, and so we're lucky to be able to look for something, even just considering buying even. But it's unbelievable how expensive things are. Like, we've been looking around where we live currently for a laugh, and it's just like, the stuff you get for $500,000 is breaking down already, and it's just not, I don't know, it's depressing. Although the States sounds like it's worse. Some places in the States sound like it's absolutely unbelievable to try and get a house. It can't keep going that way. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm sorry, Sophia. Life isn't, thankfully, there's so much more life outside of school. Like, it felt like everything. It is everything when you're in school. It felt like my whole life was just school, and I hated school. I did it right, but I absolutely hated it. And I don't know, it's been 12 years now, I think. Yeah, 12 years since I'm out of school. And it feels quite far away now, and so much of your life will be outside of that, and you'll have so much more control over what you love and stuff. I wish you the very best, and I'm sure you'll do absolutely great. Brush set, yeah, of course I can. Oh, 1 second. Sadly you can't see them super well. So there's gonna be, sorry, I live next to a road and people are noisy. There's gonna be 5 brushes in the set, and they're based on some of my favorite brushes. So these 2 are based on, because they're all black, it's difficult to see the detail on stream. Can you see them better with this camera? A little bit. Yeah, so I've got 2 angled brushes and 3 pointy round brushes. This one is a detail brush, so it's tiny. And I've got these 2 here. These 3 are actually the same as the sample brushes the company who's doing this set for me sent me. They're really, really cool. And so I just decided not to change them. I decided to have those 3 sizes from their sample brushes in my box, because I use them for everything now. The point on them is super nice. It just stays. I've used these for 2-3 weeks. I don't remember when I received them. I've used them quite a bit since. As you can see, they're supposed to be white and red, but the pigment has seeped in. And their point has stayed just as sharp. They're super soft, they absorb quite a lot of water, so they're perfect for watercolour. And they're really great for the way I use acrylics, because I use acrylics a bit like watercolour. And I use these 2 flat angled brushes for anything that needs to be more opaque, for backgrounds, for when I want to pick up more paint and less water. And they are replicas of 2 of my Princeton brushes, which I've used for the past 2 or 3 years. And so this is like the set I use for everything now, honestly. Like, I think I've painted 2 or 3 things in the past couple of weeks, and I've used those brushes almost exclusively. I think the only extra brush I've used was like this one, because it's much bigger for bigger backgrounds. But other than that, all my needs are served by these 5 brushes, and they'll be what makes up the set, the custom set that I'm making with Craftamo, the company that is making the brushes. They're mixed media, and they are cruelty free, so synthetic hair. Yeah. I get to design everything from the colour of the ferrule, which is the metallic bit at the top there, to the wooden handles. So I decided to go for red and black because seems like it fits me. It's the colours I tend to gravitate towards for packaging and stuff. So I felt like that would go well for me. And the company was quite excited. They were like, we've always wanted to do an all black set. So that was sweet. 2019 style? I'm going to pronounce that as style. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your usernames, people. Do correct me. See, Alex, there's lots of stuff happening in the south, but my boyfriend and I are both hermits, and so we don't take advantage of it. So it's one of those things where, like, living in London it shouldn't be made for people like us. Like, we don't take advantage of it at all. But he has to work around here, and it's just easier for work to be south, so that's why we have to be south. Plus, it is a nice area. Like, I do. I'm not a city person, but I do still enjoy London. It's been my home for 10 years now, so we and he's grown up in London, so it'd be nice if we could stay around where his family is and stuff. But it's so expensive, it's depressing. Hi, Shamar. Lee, hi. Oh, it's so nice to have you guys. Yeah, you like angled brushes, Alex? I thought they were a game changer when I first started using them too. I don't use anything else now, really. Shamar, yes, they are synthetic. So the company is cruelty free. They use synthetic hair. I don't know what the price will be yet, Anna. I think it'll be around $70 from what I understand. I think that's what was said. The company sort of sets the price a bit more because they know what goes into the manufacturing process. I don't know when they'll be available either, because I think they're doing collaborations with a number of artists before me, and these haven't been released yet either. So mine will probably be released end of year, I reckon. But I can't, don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. Oh wow, real Kolinskis. That's nice. Oh god, Seattle house prices. Yeah. Well, 500,000 honestly is the price of a 2-bedroom around here. 2 to 3 bedroom. Our budget is a little under that, and it's difficult to find any 3 bedrooms that are nice. Most places fall under $500,000 or 2 bedrooms. Sorry. Often without a garden and stuff, so yeah, I don't know why everywhere's house is expensive. Well, it's just a bit of a mess. Thanks, Fernando. Oh good, I'm glad. I forgot how I pronounced it. Style? Did I say that? I forgot how I pronounced it now, and like you said I got it right, and then now I forget. I'm sorry. Digital media, a class. Are you gonna get to print your stickers? That's cool. Saman, why you subscribe to my channel? I don't know. I mean, no, I don't post often. I did post more than half a year ago though. Did I? Did I? Oh god, when did I post last? October. Okay, that is less than half a year ago. But yeah, I get your point. I don't post very often. I post a lot less than I used to, at least, because my business takes up more and more of my time, and YouTube is very difficult to keep up with. So yeah, I'm gonna put my glasses on. Nope, I'm not gonna put my glasses on. Hi Rin. A stream. Sorry, I'm being silly. I'm just chatting with people at the moment, and I'm gonna try and draw. Actually, I'm gonna try and ask you guys what you think. So, I had a couple comments with my stream announcements that said that the third thumbnail was the one people felt would work best on the box. Can you see that properly? And I was wondering what you guys thought. So this is the first design that I settled on when I started sketching out things. And then I started thinking that a wolf head would also be quite nice. I just wanted to give myself more options before I settled on the first thing I thought of. So I have these two here too. And one of my issues is that often I have an idea and I'll work on it for a bit. And if I leave it stewing too long, I get bored of it and I want to do something different. So I think that's what happened here. I decided I was going to go for this one, waited a few days, and then when I came back to my sketchbook to try and sketch this one a little bit further, I decided I was bored with it, so I started doing other two. But at least I've got a choice now. I can decide which one I think looks best. So if you had a paintbrush box and you saw the art on the cover, which of the three of these would you personally be most drawn to, let's say? Digital is overused? I'm confused. I'm not a digital artist. Hi Maui. Meowie? Meowie. Thank you. Yeah, the comments are getting a bit later, Scribbles. I am also reading from the very top of my chat, so that might feel like I'm reading the latest comments, but I'm not. Bestie boy, you like that one on the top with the leaves? This one? Yeah, I like that one too. The thing is, I like all of them. Well, I can't decide at least which one I want to draw most. I think like this one is the most peaceful looking. This one is probably the slightly more, darker themed. And this one is a little bit more neutral and also probably a little bit more me, just because of the hollow person. It's a very classic me thing to draw. You do, Lee. Thank you so much. You're such a lovely patron too. I really appreciate you. Top 1, 2 for its pixie. Oh, lots of people saying top 1. Lauren, Alex. You're not a fan of wolves, Scribbles? Ah. Okay, quite a lot of you like the buzzard. You like the third, breaking with the the pattern. Yeah, I think the second one. Ooh, hello. Hello, Robin. Hi. 1 and 2 again. Top 1. Okay, quite a lot of you are liking the first one. Hi, Lucille. Yeah, I could sort of agree with that, Anna. I think that's sort of my feelings about it too. Bottom of a small wolf coming out of the head. So I think you weren't there for the earlier discussions, but basically I can't make the compositions too difficult because they will be quite small on the box that they need to go to. So those thumbnails are sort of the most complex. I wanted to make those designs. I don't want to introduce too much more detail to them because otherwise they won't read very well on packaging. It's hard to choose, yeah, for me too. I'm basically pushing the decision on you guys. The colour of branches in number 1 are also multicolored. So could do, but multicolored really isn't my style. Like I don't tend to use that many colours and stuff. So I don't think that would work very well with my style, sadly. But I love all the ideas, so do keep. Oh my god, there's like alternative lights, you know, when I do word works, literally just outside my window. And how do people not understand that honking doesn't change the color of the light they're stopped at? It's so annoying. Third, yeah. Oh, teen movie werewolves. Yeah, I get that. I was staring at it the other day thinking it was a bit werewolfy and I wasn't sure about that. Hollow person with branches. Are you saying I should do the number 1 but with a hollow person? 1 and 3 still. I do like that you're sticking by your guns. I do like that. Oh, Virginia also saying I could combine them. I think I might need to do a sketch of that because a couple of you are saying that is a good idea. I'm worried about the amount of detail just because I'm not entirely sure I can pull that off in a small painting. But when I look at the artwork of the other artists collaborating with the brand, they do have a bit more detailed in there, so maybe it would work. I can't show them to you obviously, but maybe I should do like a sketch of your combined ideas, Virginia and Jelena, because I feel like you've captured me quite well, I think. Lee, yeah, well, I agree, but I don't know how much detail I can get away with again. So, I don't know. I do like painting textures. I think that's very cool. So I think branches like that would be a good opportunity to have interesting textures on there. But 3 and 1. Oh, I haven't ruled 3 out. I just said a lot of people liked 1. People like Jelena and Virginia also saying that combining 1 and 3 would be quite cool. So again, I don't know. Like if I had... This sketchbook is a mess. So like something, it wouldn't be ribbons, it would be a thread. Or I could do a ribbony person with the branches coming out of them for this one instead. I do like how the thread interacts with the brand and my name on the packaging, if that was possible, but I don't know. Yeah, my favourite colours too. I'm so, like, I don't know, I always gravitate towards red and black. I don't know why. You love all 3, Sophia. Thank you. Yes, it's a design for a box. Targeted customer base, well, mostly the people who know me. So it's a box based on my favourite brushes, so I would assume that would be most attractive to people who like my work. So, oh, hello little bird. So I don't really know what else to say on that front. The idea is that I'm collaborating with a brand who wants to basically take advantage of my audience, not in a bad way, that sounded bad. Take advantage, I don't know how you say that. They want to use my audience basically to sell stuff by having me collaborate with them, which is a pretty standard collaboration with a brand type of deal. So I want the artwork on the box to be representative of my work and the type of thing I paint, in the type of style I paint in. 1 but hollow, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Me contemplating how many more sketches I now want to do based on all your suggestions. I don't think this is going to particularly young people, Saman. It's not really my... I feel like you're not super familiar with my work necessarily. Absolutely, Moody. Thank you so much for dropping by. I'll be here until 4. So if you can drop back in, it'll be lovely. If not, I hope you have a lovely day. You don't think combining is necessary? I mean, it's all options, isn't it? I could combine. I would ideally not, just because I do have to get that artwork done in the next couple of weeks or so. So I'm excited by the idea of combining things and creating new combinations. And that would, my natural instinct as a creative person would be to do more sketches and try different things until something feels exactly right. But I think because I've got a deadline, I should probably restrict my desire to keep elaborating onto something. No, it's not referencing Japanese lifeline connections, but I can see how you'd think that. Is that specifically Japanese? I don't know very much about the red line connection. I feel like it's a common symbolic thing, or I might be wrong. But no, I wasn't thinking about that consciously. Now I'm saying, I'm sure unconsciously it might have inspired me. I'm sure it's one of those beautiful symbolic images that I'm sure I must have seen somewhere and probably stuck with me somehow. Yeah, 1 and 3 seem to be everyone's main choices. So okay, so let's stop considering 2 then, because I don't think a lot of people are saying 2. So 1 and 3 seem to be the contenders. Do they have to look away from my branding? No. I don't know why I had the instinct of making them look away from the branding. I agree. I think because I like stuff going that way for some reason. Like left to right. I do a lot of compositions that work that way. I'm not sure why. But I don't know. Maybe if they did look towards it. Maybe that one, if I made that one, I probably would have them turn towards the branding probably a bit more. For that one, I think I just like the backwards movement of it, is why I have it facing that way. Because the idea would be that the wind is somehow, a breeze of some kind is pushing stuff that way. I think for that one, you're right though. If I do that one, I probably have the character looking towards the branding. It would probably work a little bit more cohesively. Leanne, yeah. I was wondering if it was, but that might just be the way I sketched them out too. Kim, I like that. I like the association between, again, that might be how I sketched the branches though. I can't guarantee that they would look so brush-like in the final drawing. You're nice, thank you, Virginia. 3 is perfect for you. Yeah, 3 is the one I had initially sketched out. Is that? No, it's other pages of the book. So maybe I am overthinking this. I think what she means, Saman, is that you targeted images to specific genders, which is not needed basically. Things are not inherently gendered, and especially a brush set. Everyone could like any number of different images. Oh, good to know. Thank you, Alex. I'll have to check those links. I haven't in a while. It's free. Just turned 3 PM over here, Lee. God, wow, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for staying up for me, that's really sweet. I will try and do streams that are a little bit easier to catch for people who are on completely different time zones at some point. Hi Carolina, you're not late. I have about an hour left on the stream and I might... we're discussing which one of these looks best for the packaging of brushes. I appreciate that, thank you. Could you do a fan out of 2? Yeah, go for it. What? Of The Shining? Why? Is there a wolf in there? I haven't watched it, I'm sorry. Which is absolutely horrendous of me because I literally worked in the film industry for 5 years. There's so many classics I haven't seen, even though you'd have thought I would have seen them given my previous profession. You like the faces on the right? These guys, oh yeah, so basically for the box, I have to mainly design the artwork that goes on the front, and then when you open it, there'll be artwork on here. There'll be a little postcard that comes out with art on it too, and I can put stuff on the bottom of the box too. So these sort of go with this design, and I thought I like this one particularly. Sorry if the camera's shaking a bit. This one particularly I think could go well on the bottom of the box as a single little art design to go with the rest of the packaging. That's why I made those. Hi Mark, thank you for joining. This is my first time streaming anyway, so welcome to the trial stream. I could swap the text, yeah. I think I sort of defaulted to the text being on the right because it's sort of what I saw them do on their other collaborations for some reason. So my brain defaulted to the right for that, but I could definitely try and experiment with the positioning of the text. That's true, it could work nicely if that was reversed. But basically what it would do is make the character face towards the text, so I can either change the text inside or have the character look more towards the text. Eeny, meeny, mine. Yeah, I feel like it's going in the direction of me just doing a eeny, miny, mo for them because I'm so indecisive. I'm so just pushing the responsibility of choosing this on you guys now. I'm really sorry. I'm chickening out of my own designs. Oh, scribbles, good. I'm reassured that I'm not the I'm not the only one who's uncultured. Well, I'm not saying you're uncultured, I'm saying I'm uncultured. I suspect you're more cultured than I am if you're literally a film student. I'm a hermit who knows nothing of anything, really. Oh, dreaded, I see. That makes sense. I should probably watch the film one day. Just, yes, I should I should probably catch up with what everyone else knows that I don't. Thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, so I was thinking that if I was going to go for that design, I could have a ribbon instead of thread, but if I'm going to go for this design, I should probably choose a different sort of small piece to do next to it. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Kim. It's very difficult to talk to a camera, and while you guys are reacting and responding to what I'm saying, I still do feel a little bit like I'm talking to myself, and it's very strange. Yes, more of my art inside the box, indeed. Number 2 could benefit for being in a larger format. Yeah, I think you're probably right. That's probably why I'm going to put it aside. I think it would require, the composition's got more elements to it than the other two, and I think it probably would not work as well on a small format as the other 2 option might. I think I might agree with that, Elizabeth. Oh, Carolina, thank you. Oh, Nadia, that's amazing. Wow. How have you been doing with your daily doodle then? Because I'm doing one at the moment too. My patrons get to see every time I post batches of them. And I've not been doing terribly this year. I did badly last year, but I'm doing okay this year. So hopefully that means a new video in 2023 if we all manage to get to that point. But we'll see. Hold a poll on here and Instagram and see what might get most votes. I might do. The problem with polls is I have to leave them up for quite a little while in order to get like a decent sample size of people voting, and I sort of need to get the artwork started on the painting next week. So I should have probably done the poll if I had gotten the art ready earlier, but I didn't. I also wasn't sure whether I was going to be able to. Oh, I lost my train of thought. I wasn't sure if I was going to be involving people in the design of this box at all. I wasn't sure up until the point I decided to stream. So I would do a poll, but I don't really have enough time to do one. That would be, I don't know, I have to think about it. No, share your ideas. I love ideas. You're welcome to do it too. Would you add background? No. It would be a black box. And yeah, your English is good. Like, I wouldn't have guessed it wasn't your native language. I wasn't referring to you as being cultured. I was referring to Scribbles, who was it was a different different topic. Sorry. Yeah, I meant if we all managed to get to next year, because it's a bit hit and miss right now, isn't it? I'm being silly. I shouldn't say that too, because I don't actually think. I don't know. I don't know. The world is tiring, and it's difficult to see a future for anything. But mostly because I'm quite anxious all the time. But I'm sure it'll be okay. I don't know. Sorry, I'm rambling. Yes, if we all see 2023, I'll do another Daily Doodle Diary video. Oh, that's really nice. I like that idea, Sophia. Maybe the branches could frame the branding in a way. Yeah, I did think, so I sort of pushed these on a little bit to the side because I was trying to think maybe I could have them sort of grow on the side and around. So I agree. I think that could be quite cool. My comic. Oh gosh, yes, I forgot about that. So I would love to do a comic in general based on my hollow people. I have lots of ideas for that. But also, I don't know, so Lee, you'll know because you're on Patreon, but I have those little icons of people for the tears of people with trees coming out of their heads. I'd like to base a comic on that. So I have a small idea for a tiny comic based on that concept, and I'll talk about it more on Patreon. But that's the concept that I'm basing that small idea for a comic. That you've seen the little drawing of the cottages. That's the beginning of that comic with those characters, the trees coming out of their head. Thank you, Crystal. Welcome. Yeah. I feel like you guys are liking 1 and 3. Does it mean I have to make a decision now? I'm the one who has to make the decision because it's my project, and I'm being a coward and asking you guys to make decisions for me, and that's not nice of me. I need to grow a pair basically and actually make a decision myself. The thing is, it's difficult because you guys have all had really good ideas, and now all I can think of is, oh, I should do another thumbnail with this idea and this idea and this idea. But that is not something I have the time for. I need to settle on a concept, and I need to settle on how I'm going to make it. I literally took reference pictures for this one, I think, in my phone the other day, thinking I would actually start sketching it on stream. Gosh, I'm so torn. Because also, I'm saying that I'd have to redesign these if I'm going to choose this concept, but I could literally just pick these without the thread and have branches growing up of their actual faces. Like, it's a pretty basic composition that works either way, but yeah, Polina, Whitney, number 1. Everyone's either 1 or 3. I need to man up. I don't like that expression. I need to be braver and actually make a decision of my own. You guys have given me a good direction though. If you include the ribbon on which one? On the bottom one? Go with my gut. I'm not good at trusting my gut. I have anxiety. My gut tells me that every decision is the worst decision I could possibly make. It's really hard. But yes, you're right. You are right. I should absolutely just go with, but I find it so hard. I'm not good at choosing. I'm also not very good at being proud of what I do, which is something I'm working on. But you're very sweet, Pixie. I very much appreciate that comment. Do you have any comics that you read on a regular basis or graphic novels you love? I have so many. My boyfriend got me the first compilations of Fables, which I'd never read before, but I loved that. I grew up in France, so we don't have actual graphic, well, we probably do now, but when I grew up we didn't have graphic novels. We had bande dessinée, which is the French equivalent, and I read a lot of Aria and Torgal and a lot of stuff like that, and Saga also my boyfriend got me, which is awesome. He's gotten me quite a lot of comics because he's honed in on the fact that I really like graphic novels, so that he will randomly give me comics, which is the loveliest thing, and they're all really good. Monstress, I think I really enjoyed too. I don't have an extensive collection of graphic novels right now, unfortunately, but yeah, Saga, Fables, Monstress are the ones that are popping in my brain right now as being super good. And a lot of the stuff I read when I was a kid in bande dessinée. Nat, wouldn't that defeat the point of the coin, or is the idea that I have to choose before the coin lands? What am I leaning towards for my own choice? I'm assuming is what you meant, Nadia. I don't know. Again, I'm not good at trusting myself. What am I leaning towards? So, okay, I'm gonna explain maybe I like how peaceful this one looks. I love painting trees, and I think it's quite organic. I think it's less intimidating as a concept than these other two, because these are much more based on sort of, I don't think my work belongs to body horror, but I know some people can think of it that way because it's empty bodies and things like that. So I feel like these two sort of work more with my audience that already knows my work, and this one is a little bit more peaceful, so might be attractive to people who don't like the darker aspect of my work as much. So this one is more peaceful, sort of more poetic. I could extend the branches like someone commented and have it sort of encase the names like a wreath. That could be really pretty. I think a lot of people commented that it echoes the shape of brushes to have leaves and stuff, which I also agree with. I do like a few of you mentioned also, I like how simple this one is, and I think it would read the best as far as packaging goes. It's the reason I sort of wanted to give myself other choices beyond this one, which was my first idea, is because I like when things are quite detailed, and this doesn't feel detailed enough. But the fact that it's not as detailed may be what works in its favour for packaging too. I liked this one because I like the idea of having a dark wolf and a ribbon, because I think that echoed the colour scheme in the brushes. The wolf would be black, the ribbon would be red. I like how much contrast that could have with the body of the character too, but I understand why people aren't drawn to that one as much. So I think definitely one of the decisions I can make right now is pushing this design aside, deciding that I'm not going to explore that one further, and deciding whether I want to do this one or this one, which is difficult because the pros of both are very different. So it's less of a which one do I prefer and more of a I don't know, analytical decision. I have to choose which one I think would look best. I think maybe the best way for me to proceed from here would be to do a proper sketch of both, because these are obviously thumbnails, so a bit weird, like not super anatomically correct, and the composition's not final and stuff. I do like the sort of poetic aspect of that one, and like a few of you mentioned, I could make that character hollow. What do you guys think of this idea if the character was sort of holding their face a little bit away from their body, so you can tell that their body is hollow, but still with all the branches growing out of their hands and their body, and maybe a few from the hollow in their head? Do you think that would be a good middle ground between all the ideas? Alex, yeah. Oh my god, I really enjoyed The Good Place. It was good fun. But yeah, I get a bit like that too. I find decisions terrifying. Ava's Demons. I have to check that comic out. Thanks, Sophia. Sorry if you guys if I've missed a bunch of comments. Anda and Deans. Oh, you're one of the people who likes the middle one. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do like the ribbon floating in the wind on that one. Oh, little blue tit. What started in 2010? I missed something, I'm sorry. Could I combine them? Yeah, sort of. We have been discussing that a little bit. So I think the main reason I don't want to combine number 1 and number 3 is because the thread, which I would like to keep red, might get lost in the detail of the branches, which would work quite nicely for a painting, but I don't think would work visually efficiently for a box that is quite small. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of it as like, this is the size of the box. I'm wondering if it's if I'm just thinking it's smaller than it actually is. I don't know. Oh, okay, so you like that idea. Ooh. Cool. I love you guys. You have no idea how lovely it is to discuss this with you. Yeah, it could be an acknowledgement of the comic, that's true. Sort of cementing that sort of visual concept in my work would definitely mean that the comic sort of weaves into my body of work easily. Yeah, I love the link for Ava's Demons. Oh, the comic started, sorry. Yes, right. Is it an online comic? Sorry, Dragon Cat. Yeah, I probably will do like a painting with that sort of concept at some point. I just think there's a consensus that it doesn't work as well for the box. I do always find it sad to leave a concept behind. But the good thing is those sketches aren't just going to be chucked away. I am going to be doing something with them because I do like them. They just probably aren't going to go on the actual box. Nat, no. I could have it free room for the branches of different line strength. Yes, I think for the sake of the red reading best, having only one element be red, it might be easier to design though. I do like the idea of a thread weaving into branches for a painting though, I have to say. But I do like that. Okay. Oh, I thought I'd made a decision, but I haven't. I have not. I'm sorry. Oh, goodness. What am I going to do? You guys have really helped, though, by the way. This is super helpful, and I really, really appreciate you guys discussing this with me. I think this one, with what I said earlier, the character taking their face a little bit away from their body with branches growing out of it, I think is the way we'll go. And then do you guys prefer, what direction of the face do you prefer? Because I think I prefer this one. The one that's slightly more like this. This one feels a bit too much like it's going away from the viewer, whereas that one's a bit more interactive with the viewer. And I'd have them with plants going out of them like this, basically. Oh wow, it's online. I'll definitely check that out, Sophia. Thank you. Whitney. Yeah, I do. I mean, it is sort of based on this. Number 2. This sort of wolf coming out of the faces is something that I really like. I can't find a way to change the composition in a way that I like it enough to make it into a painting. For some reason these two don't feel quite right for the idea of the wolf yet, but definitely been exploring that for a while now. So I'm sure painting will come out of that at some point. Oh, I'm glad, Scribbles. I was like, maybe people are really disappointed because I'm not actually drawing anything. But as a first test stream, I think it was maybe a little bit too ambitious of me to think that I was going to be able to actually draw. I also feel a bit awkward about drawing because every time I touch my desk, my camera does that. Which isn't ideal, so I need to find a way to make sure that I don't make you guys seasick if I decide to draw on stream. Bright one for you guys too. Yeah. Both together I could do. I think it would be strange because there's only one character on the cover. Hi Esther. Esther? Is that how you pronounce your name? Now run with confidence. Okay. I'm going to do my best. You know, everyone needs a hype crowd like you guys, because this is giving me a boost of energy. I'm going to really enjoy painting this and hopefully show you the result, and hopefully you'll like it, because this feels like a group effort and I'm really enjoying that. The right hand face. Yeah, I think a lot of you guys are agreeing the right hand one is better. Hi Laura. Why not try something like the drawing on the left to combine the brushes, the branches and the ribbon? This one, I forgot this one was that. I was like, drawing on the left. This one. I do love this one, I'll be honest. But it just, and I might do, like, my desire would be to do another thumbnail with this, but I think I need to stick to the ideas I've settled on first and do those, because I need to get this box design down in the last 1 or 2 weeks. So once I've decided which one I'm gonna pick, I need to just stick with it, because it's so tempting to just keep tinkering with the idea. But yeah, you're not the first one to say that, Holly, and I completely understand why. I'll probably make an actual painting of this guy one day. Probably not for the box though, because I think this is also one of those what I would really like to make like a nice big painting I can really focus on the details for, whereas these need to be, the box design is going to need to be a smallish, quickish painting, because I shouldn't make something really time consuming and intricate, because it's gonna go on a box for packaging. It's not gonna be a painting that's, you know, standalone as a like art piece. So I need to make sure I don't spend an inefficient amount of time on packaging, if that makes any sense. Oh, thanks, Sophia. I'll check that out. Oh, I'm not one to shy away from blood and body horror. Oddly enough, in comics, I dislike it in movies, even though I was a prosthetic makeup artist for the longest time. Hello Robin. I can't do body horror and blood in films. But I'm fine with it in comics, for some strange reason. Even though I know exactly how it's done in movies, you know. I'm not gonna start, Salmon. This is my test stream, and again, like if I move my desk too much, I think it'll just be not very nice to watch. So I need to find a setup where I can put my camera up in a way that doesn't make it shake when I'm using my desk. Make your art realistic. That means I'm not sure what you mean by that. Do you mean that you want to paint in a realistic way, or do you mean you want to draw things in an anatomically correct way, or the right perspective and that sort of thing? What do you mean by realistic? Serenity Rose. That's cool. I'll check that out too. Thanks, Alex. Oh, Holly. Yeah, I do like the ribbon, but I think I'm gonna restrict myself and not explore new ideas other than these guys for now, because otherwise I could design this for the rest of the year, knowing me. But yeah, I do love the ribbon, and I definitely will make a video, a proper painting out of this one day. Again, Esther, I don't quite understand what you mean by realistic. So there's different. So do you mean that you want to draw hyper realistically in pencil, or do you mean that? Because, for example, my work isn't realistic; it's stylized. Even my painting style isn't realistic; it's quite stylized. It's not hyper stylized, but it is sort of stylized. Like, I'm not trying to draw anything hyper realistically or paint them, but the proportion of my characters tend to be realistic. Like, I don't draw my characters in a cartoonish way. I don't have long limbs, for example, or like animation-like features. I'm not sure if I'm expressing myself correctly. So realism encompasses a lot of different things. So you might either want to render your work really realistically, which is one thing, or you might just want to know how to draw better proportions, better perspective, that kind of thing. Yeah, it really is. Thank you for the contribution there, Holly. I think you're not the only one who said that they quite liked the idea of this one as a thumbnail, and I agree. The Council of Birds. Thanks. There's not been that many birds. I think they might be a bit spooked by the camera sitting next to it. They'll get used to it. I also need to put better food in the feeder. I've run out of everything because all the birds eat everything. Yeah, honestly, Sophia, the birds are getting used to me being in my studio now. But they might think I'm a little bit, I've gone loopy, because I don't usually talk. Oh, no, that's not true. I talk to them all the time. So they are used to seeing me talk. They probably don't understand that I talk to them, but they do see me talk, and they probably wonder what's going on, because they're only interested in me giving them worms, really. They're not interested in me having a chat. It's Salmon, it's not the sound, it's just I don't like realistic horror. I'm very, very good at imagining the feelings that people may have in a certain situation that is distressing, and I literally have made effects. Like my first proper big, well, no, not proper big job. One of my first proper gigs when I was a prosthetic makeup artist was Game of Thrones season 5, I think. And when we were on set, we had one of the things we had to do was reapply lube to the flayed body, a fake silicone body that our workshop had made, and we had to reapply lube to make it look all shiny and freshly flayed. And so I have no actual issue with like the textures and the sounds and stuff because I've worked in the industry. But for some reason I have difficulties reminding myself it's not real when it happens on screen, which is weird. I don't know. I also don't like people screaming in pain or in distress. That really, really bothers me. Even if I know it's acting, I can't watch it. So I can't watch horror, even though I was exactly in the industry that created all the effects for it. Yeah, I agree, Holly. That's exactly what we were saying. It definitely is sort of more representative of my work for an audience who knows my work, and this is slightly more widely accessible for anyone who would be looking for a box of brushes but doesn't know my work and isn't a lover of the kind of darker things that I do, which is why I think maybe this one is better to do, especially if I do the thing where I separate the face a little bit from the body. It might be a little bit less jarring than this for new people, so it might make the box more appealing to people who might not know me anyway and are just on the website of the new people who make the boxes and like the boxes in the box but aren't put off by the art. I don't know if I'm making sense. Draw with pencil, people. So do you want to do hyper realistic pencil drawings? Because I'm afraid that's not something I'm a specialist in. I would recommend checking out Alfonso Dunn, who does pencil work, I believe. It is ink work and pencil work on YouTube. Or I don't remember all the names of the artists I'm thinking of. If you're looking to learn how to render things realistically, Esther, the best thing you can do is life drawing. It'll be such a good way to learn colors and volumes and things in real life. Doing lots of studies, learning about values. If you can find courses to learn about values, that's incredibly important. And that's usually one of the most key ingredients to making something look realistic, is to learn everything about value and light. I don't know if that's helpful. Let me know. Yeah, I worked on season 5. No. Season 5? Which season did I start working on? I worked on season 876, and I think I worked on season 5, but I might be wrong. I forgot. Oh my god. So much of my life and I forgot which season I started on. Yeah, I don't remember which season I started on, but yeah, I worked on Game of Thrones for 3 or 4 years. It was very cool. It was good fun. Got an Emmy on the wall from it. I've got 2 Emmys. Well, to my team. My name's on it, but I don't think they really went to me. They just went to the team I worked with. But still cool. I'm still proud of it, you know. It was a cool time. Yeah, nah, exactly. I can't do screaming. I don't know why. Just the idea of, I don't know, hearing people even in fake pain, I can't. I find it difficult when I hear kids screaming too, because I'm always worried something's happening to them. Yeah, Council of Woods, pretty much. Thank you, Black Sheep. I appreciate that. I'm wondering if I'm not doing a terrible time with this stream because I'm not actually making any art. I'm literally just talking. Oh yeah. Why finger injuries and torture in particularly? Like, why do those things feel more real than like do you mean when you say gory horror? Do you mean like the exaggerated stuff where like there's lots of blood everywhere and it like Monty Python type stuff, or because yeah, I can see why excessive gory horror would be slightly ridiculous, but torture, torture. I can't. The two masks. These guys, I think I'm only just gonna do one, just because I think it will be like a small little image in the bottom of the box, and I'd like it to reference sort of as if the character on the cover of the box had taken his head and put it down, if that makes sense. Have a good day, Julia. Yeah, I don't think I'm the only one though for the screaming bit. I'm just I can't stand even fake suffering. My boyfriend and I are watching Afterlife, the show with Ricky Gervais, and every night I'm just sobbing. I can't deal with suffering, honestly, whether that be physical. I think it's that and more actually. It's the idea that portraying is shown. So if there was lots of gore and the person wasn't acknowledging the gore or wasn't pretending they were in pain or stuff like that, I don't think it would affect me as much. Like visual gore, I don't think bothers me as much as the expression of pain that goes with it. So I can't deal with people who look like they're in pain or suffering, even slightly. I just find that really distressing. Yeah, I think a lot of people have things with like hands, toes, nails, teeth. Those are all the things that sort of make most people a little bit ick, you know? Oh, I'm glad you like the bird for your cams area. I was keen to have it because it's literally, I don't know if you guys like, if I reach out, you might be able to see my hand. Yeah, it's literally right next to my head. And so the birds are very used to me talking to them now, and now they don't mind me looking at them when they eat as much. But I thought I'd give you the full studio experience of what I see and how I work with the bird feeder right next to me. Yeah, exactly, Alex. That's pretty much it. I can do like I could watch Monty Python and the guy who gets all his limbs chopped off with no issue, but it's if people pretend they're in pain, I can't do it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go soon, but let's pretend that I think the result of this stream is that I'm gonna pick this guy. Sorry, yeah, the camera's shaking. So can you let me know if you find the camera shaking a little bit like it is right now? Disturbing, like if it makes you want to stop watching or something. Because I really want to find a better setup, because I don't think this is a sustainable shake to have see, throughout a whole stream. I think that would be really disturbing to people who are watching. It's pretty unpleasant to me just seeing on the screen. So let me know if it bothers you or not. But I'm gonna go soon. Thanks you, Tony. Yeah, I didn't like that burn hand scene either. It's so weird though, because I know exactly everything that goes behind that. I could tell exactly how that's done. I've been on set, I've seen people pretend to scream and be in pain on set. I know what goes behind a scene in a show, and I still can't watch it. My imagination will not let me distanciate myself enough to realise, to remember it's fake. Yeah, I can't attach the cam to the wall or the ceiling, I'm afraid. The ceiling's quite high, and I basically can't attach anything to the walls because we rent, so I need to find a way to maybe attach it to a tripod. It's my phone. I don't know if you guys can see this. So it's an iPhone. and I need to find a way. It's clamped to my desk with this arm there, and it's just every time I touch my desk it shakes. So I need to find a way to make sure that that doesn't happen, but I'm not entirely sure how. Ooh. Okay. I think I haven't been drawing, so I don't think you guys would be noticing the shake as much, but if I start drawing, I'm pretty sure it would start shaking. Like, so let's imagine that. Let's imagine that the person, like I said, is holding their head. Is the quality okay for... I know my hand is blocking the light, unfortunately, so I need to find a way to make that so that doesn't happen as much. So I need to remember that in my to-do list for next stream. Make sure the camera's not shaky anymore, and to have a light source on my left that counteracts the shadow that my hand projects. So it's oh, thank you, Kim. That's sweet. That means a lot, actually. There are not enough gadgets on the market for filming, drawing, painting. Sorry, I was referring, when I said so, thank you, I was referring to the great first stream comment. Yeah, I agree. Streams are not, it's difficult to find stuff to stream art properly, especially because I don't do digital art. So sharing my screen, if I was doing digital art, might be a little bit more efficient. Oh, I'm glad there's no shaking for you, Salmon. I think if I was more actively sketching, it might be a bit more problematic. But the thing is, I can't have a tripod either because it would still be on my desk. So maybe I can get a tripod attachment for my camera tripod and see if I can put my phone on the camera tripod. The problem with that would be that it can't be above, like, it's complicated. I would need it to be offset next to me like I have in my YouTube videos, because I basically don't want anything that's holding the phone to be on the desk, because that's when it shakes. So I need to find a way to make that work. Yeah, maybe a tripod on the floor, but it would have to be slightly offset, so I'd have to set up my drawing a different way so that you guys can still see it in a good way. I'm a big Witcher fan. I play the game. I've done 2 playthroughs now. Finished neither one, because I have an issue with finishing games. The only game I've ever finished is Horizon Zero Dawn, because it's my favourite game of all time. But I haven't finished The Witcher, and I haven't finished Breath of the Wild, even though I've done 2 playthroughs of each, because I get so sad at the idea that it's going to end that I just stop playing when I get anywhere near the end, because I'm like, I don't want it to end. Oh, thank you, Virginia. I really appreciated you staying by. I really hope you're well. Take good care and have a lovely day. Ah, you can see my hair? Oh, that's annoying. Let's see if I can. Okay, let's see. Maybe I should put it on my... Like, next time I might have the camera behind me. This set up on my desk easel. And see how that works, and if it works a bit better. Now, so the idea would be that they're holding maybe have the pinky right there. So see, I can bet you it's gonna start shaking horribly once I start. Kind of try and do this really gently. Oh, it's alright. But I have to be so careful when I'm drawing it because of the shake. So that is also not particularly conducive to drawing properly. Oh, drawing hands without references is hard and messy. So, do I want the arm like that or like that? So they would be hollow, facing towards my branding that would be on this side. Horizon Zero Dawn is so good. My boyfriend got it for me as a present recently because because he's nice. Because I really wanted the second one but I couldn't afford it. And I play every night and every weekend and all I want to do is play. Oh, I love that game so much. Yeah, it doesn't have very much Witcher in the show. In the second season particularly, it has less of the Witcher. I didn't mind though because I quite like all the other characters too, but yeah. They did. Oh, interesting, Holly. I'll have to check that out. Thank you. Oh my god, Alex, that would be super helpful. I would really appreciate that. Cheers. Oh, I see. I haven't read the books of The Witcher. Thanks, Sophia. Yeah, desk is all floor tripod. I think that's pretty much how it's gonna have to go, but I have to find a way to actually set up my phone on the tripod. Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one who never finishes a game council I've had. Thank you. I feel I feel less less awkward about it. Forbidden West is so good. Oh yes, Lee, absolutely, go to bed. I'll make sure I have a stream that's actually a bit more accessible to you guys on the other side of the world at some point. But it was really nice for you to pop by, thank you. Oh, what's that, Dragon Cat? Glide Gear OH100 camera sled. I'll check it out. I don't have that much space in my studio, and also I don't have a lot of money. So ideally, the least I have to buy, the better, really, because I currently have not very much money. I was doing alright, and then I had to pay all my taxes, and I didn't budget that very well. Oh, nice, Bjorn. I like that. I'm too much of a chicken to do all those trials. Yeah, the erasing is shaky. Yeah. And I did it really gingerly, but like if I do it properly, this is what erasing will do to the camera. No ideal. I need to change that. No ideal. So I definitely need to change how that works because I can't have you guys just feeling wobbly the whole time. Thanks, Salmon. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Yeah, Henry is supposed to be like the biggest fan of The Witcher, isn't he? Like, he's such a nerd. I love it. That's super cute. Night nightly. Have a lovely time. Have a lovely day tomorrow, and thank you very, very much for dropping by. It's been lovely. So, I have a question. Yeah, I'll probably do it like that. So if stuff was... You may have noticed that when I have hollow bodies, I like to almost always have the ear showing. And that's because it makes it more understandable that this is the head, I think. Okay, this angle on the head is actually a bit weird. I'm really scared of erasing now, unfortunately. Oh, thank you, Lorne Lux. Appreciate you popping by. Oh, this face is a little bit weirdly angled. Ah, I'm shaking you guys, I'm sorry. Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. Okay, I have to check that out, Dragon Cat. Because that could be useful. So, if we have it more... Oh, I'm gonna have to go soon. I would stay longer, but I actually have social commitments tonight. Which is honestly unheard of. Hello, Robin. I never have anything social to do. Because I'm lazy. No, it's not laziness, it's introversion. But oddly enough, I have something to actually go to tonight, and I have to leave around 5, so I won't be able to stay past 4 on this stream. But I hope it wasn't too like choppy, or I didn't ramble on too much and say nothing of substance, as I can sometimes do. Oh yeah, you can still see my hair. Oh, that's annoying. How can I change that? Okay, well, what should I do? Okay. I don't have that much space on my desk. Let's see. What about if I... Yeah, so I'm a bit far away from the actual paper now. Yeah, so I think the good solution for next stream... Sorry. I have hiccups. Oh no. The best thing for the next time will be camera next to me, desk easel, because at least that means if I've got the desk easel, my hair shouldn't be coming in the way of the camera. Slightly better lighting, hopefully, and then next stream I can actually start drawing proper. Oh yeah, the weather's so good, Holly. I want it to be like that forever. I get so happy when it's sunny. And it makes everyone else really happy, doesn't it? I do like going in the park and seeing how much more relaxed people feel around, and the sun just makes everyone feel so much better. But anyway, thank you very much, guys, for hanging out. You're super lovely. I so very much enjoyed having you guys here, and it was very energizing to be able to sort of create with you guys along and stuff. I hope, like, I'm sorry if it was a bit awkward and I didn't know how to respond, or just rambled a bit or whatever, or didn't go straight to the point on my answers and things. I hope that's okay. I'm gonna get used to talking to my screen one day. I got used to making YouTube videos and pretending that you guys are on the other side of the screen, so hopefully I can get used to actually talking to chat at some point. But I really appreciated you guys taking the time out of your day to be here for this couple hours, and for any one of you who hang out for 5 minutes. I hope you're all having like the loveliest of days, and I'll keep you updated on the artwork and where I go with it. But I think you guys have really helped me make decisions on what direction I want this packaging to go. So I am very, very thankful to you guys for that, and I appreciate you all tremendously, and I hope that you'll all have the most wonderful weekend, and I'll see you very soon. Keep an eye out for my next stream update, because I probably will be streaming more, and yeah, hopefully with a better setup, and I'll actually do art in the next one. I promise. Okay, appreciate you all so much. Have a really, really lovely weekend. Stop overthinking. No. It's my best skill. It's what I'm best at. I've practiced it my whole life. Unfortunately, it's ingrained. Overthinking is my personality, I think, at this point. I'm afraid. I'm afraid I don't know when the next stream is, because I have so much to do that it's difficult for me to plan stuff like this in advance. But I'm going to try and get a proper setup, and then I'll get a better idea of when my next stream will be. Oh, I'm glad you liked listening to me ramble, Bethany. Thank you. And yeah, it makes me feel like I'm hanging out with friends too, which is super, super nice. Oh, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Thank you. That means a lot. And good night, Buzzard. Thank you for coming, even though it was really late for you. And have the loveliest weekend. Bye, everyone.